Heyo, my Rollercoaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and I am joined with Synchros.
Heyo.
Welcome back to another episode of Park Spotlight Contest Edition. Today we're going to be looking at Sradson, post-apocalyptic mini theme park created by Woot Game 70. And here they say, this is a park that I put lots of hours into. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to finish all of the details, but here it is. Sradson. The park has a city part within the intimate launch coaster, an industrial area with a dark coaster, Gazlar Infinity coaster, and electricity plant themed top spin. The park also has its own radio station with a drop tower and harbor, which gives a lot of great views of the coaster. This is a mini park submission. I'll finish it after the contest. All right, so not representing or in a confident way of your creation. It's making us regret our decision on putting you through to the judges panel, but you did enough in our eyes, so let's take a closer look, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Yep, so you guys, if you feel like your creation is incomplete and you're not done,
This is just this part. It looks really good on the rest of it.
Yeah, I mean, when we're judging these things based off screenshots, you can see a lot of dynamic angles. You guys saw the cinematics. There's a lot of aspects here that look great. With that said, when we were deciding which ones make it through to the judges panel to what the viewers are seeing, what you guys are voting on, we try to pick the best of the best. And you're not representing yourself as if it were the best. And I think if you would have just spent another day on your park entrance here, maybe, and not... They're purple penguins. Where's the pink penguins? But yeah, maybe just spend one more day on your park entrance here, and then don't deliver your message as, I mean, it's incomplete, I don't like it, and you're basically saying, please don't feature me. If we would have read these things beforehand, maybe we would have just decided to not pick this one.
The description you submit isn't read until we open up the park, or whatever creation you're submitting.
But looking at the screenshots and what we saw here, the judges that were determining who goes on to be viewed by the actual judges, the viewers, we thought this looked great. So
and from screenshots, it definitely would.
Absolutely, it does.
And I mean,
it does look great.
Even sitting down here, it does look great.
I don't know why you've left these signs everywhere.
Reminders.
Work
in progress reminders.
Yeah, and that is a little bit unfortunate, and after reading that, it feels unfair to some of the ones that were not able to be shown that we still think were pretty good. I mean, I would love to feature a lot more of these, you guys, but we're featuring hundreds. So it's tough. Oh, you found the hideout. We're all survivors of the zombie apocalypse. We will take you around the city. In the next room, you will meet the leader who will give you instructions for what to do. We ask you to line up against the wall, follow the orders, and don't get lost. Okay. Some sort of pre-show that's supposed to be here. Okay. A post-apocalyptic coaster. Copperhead Strike launched coaster. There's a look at the stats. I mean, from the outside, the coaster looks great. So I'm still excited to ride this no matter what. I think the episode is going to have quite a lot of good elements. And from what I see, I mean, it looks good.
Oh.
So why don't we check this out in track view? And let's give it a go. It's great.
That was a great roller coaster. That was really smooth, and the elements were really good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And yeah, to go with that, I mean, you've obviously got a lot of good skills, and you've left things a little incomplete. I think there's ways to dress that up. If you don't think you're going to finish something in time, try to finish up what you can, but be really proud in what you've done, right?
Yes.
Because it saves.
And if you're not, don't.
It saves
submit.
us, both you and me, the embarrassment of being like, oh, this isn't worthy of being shown. Why is he showing it anyways? And there's other people saying, oh, I wish I got shown, right? So
I know myself, whenever I'm building, it's like, even in this competition, I probably could have squeezed something out to get into it, but I wouldn't have been able to get it done to the standard that I would have liked to have gotten it done to, so I'm like, no, I'm not submitting.
right. Some people will get it to like 80-90% and not be happy with the last 10% and just not submit it. And
Yeah.
I'd rather you do that than feel have to feel underwhelmed with your accomplishments or having to finish it later. You could, if you've planned on finishing it later, just save it for later and we'll feature it as a park spotlight down the road. Because
And realistically, this looks like a park that would get picked out from the park spotlight pool to get featured on the channel as a normal spotlight.
agreed. And unfortunately, unless you absolutely quadruple the size of this park, it will not get a second refeature.
Especially from a builder rank, 'cause this looks beyond builder rank. Mm-hmm. And when picking out submissions, that's something that's good to look for. You find a builder or someone who's newer to the community who has a lower rank, and they build something really, really amazing. Like, the viewers love that stuff.
Absolutely, and so do I.
Yeah.
So do we. That's the whole point of this. We
Yeah,
try to
exactly.
feature everybody of all ranks and all creativity levels, and see what they can pull off. And we want to draw comparisons to what masters have done, but also show what masterful builders the builders can be. You
Yes,
know, looking at some of
exactly.
these builder and new builder stuff, we're blown away every single contest. Look at SC Reconcile. He was a builder. He's the coaster king from the last contest.
Yep.
So, what's the moral of the story there? I lost my train of thought.
I don't know, we started riding this and I started looking around and lost two.
The moral of the
Unfortunately, every time we go up, I see a bunch incomplete.
the moral of the story is
it's
be confident in your work, and if you're not 100% complete, don't send it through. We planned these things in advance, and we looked at the screenshots, and you've obviously done a good job at selling your creation in the screenshots. You sold us your creation in the screenshots, but you did not sell it to us when I finally get down to reading it.
Yeah, and
So,
unfortunately,
that's unfair.
The fact that it's incomplete has sort of taken over the spotlight as is.
Yeah, and it sounds like
it's
we're
just
two nagging
unfortunate,
parents
so-
at this point.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be that guy. I just want to say how awesome everything is. But with that said, let's focus on some of these awesome elements. I like
Let's
this
do
ride
that.
skin. There's a whole little Tesla coil EMP thing going on here. It's
This is
generating
bringing it
power.
back to the last episode where the builder put the Gears of Fear in, and it wasn't really, I wouldn't really call it a ride skin, but this one is the same style of ride, but you actually decorated it yourself and made it a ride skin.
Yeah, from the Volt episode that
Yeah.
you were last on. That would have been 5 episodes ago for the viewers, but
Is it 5 episodes? Okay.
I'm
I'm
sure
not
some
too
of
sure where things are at.
But yeah, that is definitely a good ride skin. I like that. And the surrounding buildings are nice. You have this little bit of a what is it called? Last of Us vibe going.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's kind of like overgrown. I'm not feeling as if it's a zombie apocalypse, more than it is like a deserted town, right?
Yeah, like a Chernobyl sort of thing.
Yeah, which is fine. There's different types of apocalypse, but if you call it a zombie apocalypse, throw some zombies in there, right? Because there's plenty of these
Yeah.
zombie animatronics within the game that I think would have been perfectly fitting. Oh, I like this. Wait, was that part of the
That's
coaster
cool.
we went on?
I think. No, I don't.
Oh, they have the same track.
Oh.
That's
okay.
confusing. Okay. And another thing that
What I was
goes to
looking at,
shows,
and I seen it go way up like that. I'm like, I don't remember going up that high.
based off what we saw with your coaster and what we experienced on that coaster, the coaster design seemed great. And that is a key
Yes.
component in this contest, is how is your main attraction, but also we're judging your ride skins, which have been good. The overall build, the build quality of the buildings that are finished are good. So, there we go. We got some zombies.
There we go.
So at the same time, looking at this again as an overall package, I don't think it's necessarily... I think you've done more than enough in terms of good coasters, good bride skins, good builds. You were almost there. But sometimes that last 10% is 90% of the work.
Yep. Yep.
And that is a problem. Boy, 10 G's.
Oh.
19 forward G's.
Whoa.
Take back everything I just said.
Wait, let's ride it first. I'm curious to see where that's going to happen.
What the heck?
It probably comes into the station at frickin' Mock Chicken then, is what I'm guessing.
Mock Chicken? Let's go.
I like this.
I downloaded all the custom media files. I saw that screen flicker. I think it didn't properly load. That sucks. It tried.
Here comes that 19 G's this corner. Jeez. Oh.
What is going on?
I don't... Oh. This looks like a dark ride in progress.
My flashlight doesn't even work. Oh, because the...
Yeah, that's this filter screen.
We'll have to take a closer look at the heat maps on this one.
I don't see where the G's are. It's been pretty chill so far.
You're right. What's the deal with this thing?
I don't know. I'm really confused.
So the big one is going to be their vertical.
Well, those forwards.
Oh, there's something weird going on with the track here. It's a transition.
Oh.
When the screen went black, you did this thing. So we saw Darks do this, where you can break the track and reconnect it somehow.
Oh.
So see how it flips?
Yeah.
So yeah, literally like changing the... It's teleporting.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that'll
screw up the stats.
So, but other than that, the coaster's actually fine. So we, in some ways, we can ignore the stats here.
Yeah.
It's happening there, but I think you can transition that in black without doing that. You could have just dropped and turned around, or just dropped down. Very peculiar why you chose to do that. There's definitely some elements in there that aren't quite finished, which is a little unfortunate. The rest of the coaster is great. The first coaster was immaculate. If we look at everything from a top-down view, when I first opened it up, got the B-roll and stuff, I'm like, this looks like a promising park.
Yeah.
It looks nice. And that's also why when we're picking these things, saying, okay, which ones make it to the judges panel for the viewers to see and judge upon, there was nothing here standing out as unfinished to me, but you can find the details are missing when you look closer. Unfortunately, we're judging this off of a bird's eye view or what we see in the screenshots, and I think it is 90% there. You just have some I feel like if you would have finished that up and that, it only needs a few more days, in my opinion.
Between the queues and the entrance and just a few more details here and there, but I mean, for the most part, you got the brute work done, or the brunt work done.
Yeah, and you went with 2 main attractions or 2 coasters, and they both rode really well. You fit your flat rides in there. I mean, it hits all points. There's a lot of explorer area. We felt like we crossed over the whole theme park, so I think you did more right than you did wrong, but that introduction and the way you feel about your creation really rubbed us all the wrong way. And so in the future, just try to be more confident about your creation, and if you're not confident about your creation and you want it to be featured in the future at a later time, save it, finish it, do what you want to do with it, and with that, you're not going to have the restrictions of a 40x40, and you can come back stronger with a bigger, larger area, finish what you started, and get featured as a park spotlight. We don't have as many park spotlights, and we're always looking for different stuff, and I think a post-apocalyptic park spotlight would make it to the front very quickly. So I think there's a little bit of a learning lesson there for everyone, including myself. How do I properly QA things to make sure only the best comes forward? And we're trying that with this contest. We did not expect 200 submissions, and we usually just feature all of them. But in terms of what you guys see at the end of the day, the viewers, what you guys get to vote on, we're trying to pick the highest quality, and I think this is almost there. So again, save it for the future on a Park Spotlight, or just try to get it done. Push through it. Just like I'm trying to get all these videos done. Sometimes we just got to cram. And
the fact that this is for a contest, I would just not have submitted it myself.
Yeah, no, I think what you did here is great, and the episode has a lot of qualities. This would have made for a great coaster spotlight. And
yeah, I'll rephrase that. I would not have submitted it myself if I felt that way about it, like you say you felt about it.
Right. But I still think it was an enjoyable episode with a lot of good content here.
Yes. But the roller coasters are great.
But because of everything that happened in this episode, and there are unfinished elements, it's probably not making the top 10 of a bracket of 50 plus creators.
Yeah.
So maybe save it for Park Spotlight in the future. But that's okay. We're all learning lessons. We're all trying to figure things out, and hopefully we have some feedback for you. In terms of actual feedback of the park, did we provide anything there? I don't know. It's hard because we don't know what's finished and what's not. I like the idea that you're walking down the roads and stuff like that, and you're actually trying to make a visible layout.
You know what? When you're down on the street level walking down the streets, the theme is sold completely.
Yeah, there's really no feedback to give.
Minus the zombie thing that we mentioned. The theme that we kind of figured was like a abandoned city, Chernobyl sort of thing. That is totally there.
Yeah, and
so if you're trying to go for a zombie thing, I would definitely add some more zombie-ish like things.
Yeah, the finished buildings are absolutely amazing. This one obviously has like a good shape to it. Now it just needs the windows and ivy and all that. So I mean, I don't really have feedback for you. If you just kept on going with the style that you're going with, it's going to come out as expert plus quality. So keep your head up, keep doing what you're doing, because you're definitely a strong builder and a strong contender. So you made it to the judges panels for a reason. So good job on this one here today, Woot Game 70. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below, and thank you all so much for watching. We hope you have a wonderful day. Bye now.
Bye now.